And welcome to a year of eternal love. ACIM Workbook for Students, Lesson 60. We're going to still be doing review. It's going to be going through lessons 46 through 50. These are the ideas for today's review. Lesson 46, Jesus told us, God is the love in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he has never condemned. The blameless cannot blame, and those you have accepted their innocence see nothing to forgive. Yet forgiveness is the means by which I will recognize my innocence. It is the reflection of God's love on earth. It will bring me near enough to heaven that the love of God can reach down to me and raise me up to him. Lesson 47. God is the strength in which I trust. It is not my own strength through which I forgive. It is through the strength of God in me, which I am remembering as I forgive. As I begin to see, I recognize his reflection on earth. I forgive all things because I feel the stirring of his strength in me. And I begin to remember the love I chose to forget, but which has not forgotten me. Lesson 48. There is nothing to fear. How safe the world will look to me when I can see it. It will not look like anything what I imagine I see now. Everyone and everything I see will lean toward me to bless me. I will recognize in everyone my dearest friend. What could there be to fear in a world I have forgiven, and that has forgiven me? Lesson 49, Jesus reminds us that God's voice speaks to me all through the day. There is not a moment in which God's voice ceases to call on my forgiveness to save me. There is not a moment in which his voice fails to direct my thoughts, guide my actions, and lead my feet. I am walking steadily on towards truth. There is nowhere else I can go, because God's voice is the only voice and the only guide that has been given his Son. In lesson 50, stated that I am sustained by the love of God. As I listen to God's voice, I am sustained by his love. As I open my eyes, His love lights up the world for me to see. As I forgive, his love reminds me that his Son is sinless. And as I look upon the world with the vision he has given me, I remember that I am his son. And for the insights, when you hear these lessons, these review of lessons that we have gone through already together, doesn't that sound so good? When we're extending love, when we are reminded of the truth. This is something that we've always known, but have forgotten. It's our restoring our memory of who we really are and what we're supposed to be doing here. Restores my memory of who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing here. This is why we have mind training, to recondition our mind, to let go of those ego, fear-based thought system that wants total control. It wants total control and total power because it lives in fear. But we're reminded in these lessons, forgiveness is our means of sharing that love with our brothers. It's that forgiveness is the means by which we unite with our oneness to the entire sonship. Our oneness with each other. And the lessons of reminding us that God is the strength in which I trust. There is no doubt. When you let go of that ego, fear-based thought system, when you let go of fear, when you let go of the narrative and of the story that your ego is telling you, the narrative of people of why you should hold on to resentment of any kind, that you'll be in trouble, you won't be kept safe if you trust people. God is the strength in which I can trust. When you're extending love, it is this unbelievable feeling of unison, of complete oneness. And it's also of the now. When we are thinking of the past in any situation, we're not in reality. We're not in the now. And there is nothing to fear. Illusions are not real. And these projections of the ego, projection is simply that, an illusion. The love in which God made me, made you, is the only thing that is real. And you will know what to do. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. This never stopped happening. This is not something that we're, now all of a sudden he's speaking to us. He's always speaking to me. He's always speaking to you. It's being quiet enough in our ego's voice, the mindless chatter, to stop long enough that we can listen. And that we will be sustained through the love of God. His love lights up the world. It so doesn't your forgiveness. That's your function as the light of the world. I want to thank you for joining with me today. This is a year of eternal love. I love you. And I hope you'll join me for tomorrow's lesson. And until then, God bless.